One of the great things about the Global Housing Foundation is the very first word, global. The perspective that is only possible when we get input from all corners of the world. Things happening in one place might have influence in another. And this is such a unique organization able to call upon experts around the world in order to solve problems in other parts of the world. Zaigham Rizvi is one of the leading consultants in the world of affordable housing and renewable energy and the way they combat with each other, as well as the financing aspects of this, because if we can't afford to build these things, they're never going to get built. So he especially has a perspective based on his many years of work in Asia. Taking the lessons from that part of the world and helping through working with the World Bank, the Global Housing Foundation, and others to take the lessons learned in that part of the world and thankfully spread them elsewhere. Mr. Rizvi, you're going to describe to us a little bit about some of the work that you have been doing and some of the lessons that you have been learning, some of which focus on the Asian experience, but we hope have implications all around the world. Please share that with us if you would.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm really honored to be invited by the Global Housing Foundation to this event, and where wisdom sharing will be done by different stakeholders from all over the world. And I'm impressed that my experience for last year was very good. Today, I'll be talking about the affordable housing models based on some of the Asian practices, taking the example of the affordable housing program initiatives taken in Pakistan and giving cross references to the regional countries like India has done some of the good thing. Indonesia has very successfully launched a project and done it. Turkey in Turkey. So I'll be talking and giving examples, and at the end, I would like to recommend that we should facilitate some wisdom sharing of the best practice example between the region. So I will start with my presentation. Very thanks again for inviting me. The whole issue is that the area of the world is the same, but the people living on this world are increasing. Like in the beginning of the 19th century, we had 2 billion, middle of the 19th century, about 1974, 4 billion. Today is about 8 billion people. So you can imagine this food, clothing, and shelter, the basic social needs are increasing. Per capita consumption is increasing, but the land which has to provide is the same amount. So what we really need to understand is that the challenge of making the productivity of land in terms of housing, productivity of land in terms of food, and of course, clothing. So when we talk of productivity of land, I gave you an example of Pakistan. Pakistan in 1970 had a population of about 58 million people, meaning about 66 persons per square kilometer population density. Then it moved to today is about 230 million people, which means about more than 250 persons per square kilometer, 266. And by another 30 years from now, it will be having a population density of 430 persons per square kilometer, meaning 1971, if one person was to be fed by a certain area of land, 4 times today and 8 times 30 years from now. So meaning the same land 4 times today and it. So what we have to really do is when we talk of in terms of housing, that we have to really work of better affordable housing with much superior and efficient use of the land. And that's where you see, I say that housing is in Asia, particularly because I'll be talking of Asia, giving some example of Pakistan. Minus China, Asia is 1/4 of the world population, including Pakistan. Minus China is 1/4, including China is about half of the world population. And about 1/4 of the people are poor in this segment. So when we talk of affordable housing issue, we have seen in the past that there have been slogans and all that, but delivery is literally none. So Asian snapshot, as I said, that awareness is moving, but solutions are not there. So what I really see is, no, sorry. So what we really see is that Singapore offers us one of the best examples